So people, Bitcoin done exactly what I anticipated it doing based off of the full moon that we had recently. So I will put my drawings on in a moment, but we've got a whole parallel channel here, and I was like, is Bitcoin gonna hit the bottom of it? But we'll get more into it. So before I put the drawings on, my name is Kelita Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. I combine crypto with astrology, and I've been doing it for years. All my videos are there. I've been doing it for years. So we're focusing on the moons tonight. Right now, it is the 8th of May, 8th of June. And I posted a video like the last half moon. I posted a video here, or was it the Sunday? But then I realized it was the wrong video that I uploaded. So I reposted it today. So it's like it came out today earlier. But I had spoke about it, and you can tell because I was literally talking about these dates, blah, blah. And then Bitcoin done exactly that. So you'll see me on every half moon. Okay, every half moon you shall see me, and we are focusing on what it has done prior. So the full moon, which was this one, the blue moon, and the new moons. Because if you don't know, when it comes to the moon phases, the full moon shows the support and the new moon shows the resistance. So if you're new, that's why. And the moon phases starts and lasts 5 days before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 days after, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, before we enter into our new half moon. So just before the half moon, basically, we're in the phase of either the new moon or the full moon. So right now, we will be entering into the new moon, where price is going to want to find its resistance level. We are mainly going to focus on the moon unless anything else stands out to me with all the other luminaries. The main focus will be on the moon. Mercury is going to retrograde. That is one we will focus on when it comes to Mercury. But for right now, it is just the moon that is standing out to me. And we'll have a new moon in Gemini. Air sign can be a little indecisive. So we'll see how that goes. Because essentially, when it is a new moon, we might be pulled up to the resistance level and then get a sharp rejection. Similarly to the full moon, we find our support and we could bounce up off it. However, we also need to follow the trend, and because the trend has been down, we'll see how potent this new moon energy is. So let's take a look at the charts anyway. But before the charts, I haven't shown this in a while. We're going to look at the Bitcoin stock to flow model. So quite clearly, and even in many videos, we were about here, and I was like, okay, you can clearly tell we didn't even have as much as like a bull run, even though we did technically in price. But on the stock to flow model, many people were expecting it to go higher in this cycle, but it didn't do that. And I said in multiple videos, like, I'm wondering, will we actually follow this line and get above it as we were doing? Or are we going to stay underneath it? So quite clearly now we're in the green. The green is bear market. So whoopee-doo. It's time to accumulate, but of course this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But it's accumulation time. So again, anyone who's just like, oh, I missed out, life is presenting another opportunity at the end of the day. So we've got time to accumulate. We have time. Does it show the date? Yeah, 2020. I am going to share something as well with you lot when it comes to Bitcoin, but before that, I'll get into that. The crypto fear and greed index, people are in extreme fear. They're like, what's going on in the market? But we all know when it's red in the streets, that's time to eat. I made that up right there. I don't know if anyone else said it, but this is the time to get in. This is the time to actually be excited. And I know so many people talk about crypto when it's up in the air, but this is the most exciting time, to be honest. So I'm here, you girls here. I've been doing videos for a while, so you know. Confirmation bab. So yeah, we'll take a look at Bitcoin, the bit of the sea of the coin. If anyone is interested in the calendar, it is available on Etsy. There, it's all the same. It's all the same. Okay, more things are coming as well. But anyway, Lumin 10 for 10% off if you'd like that. So let's open up the messy charts. The charts are messy, but it's like that for a reason. Okay, let's just unhide it. Hella messy. I will delete some things, but as you can see, I've been doing it from since then, From since then, we've been following Bitcoin, and this blue trend line is something I have kept in mind. Now, also, when it comes to how long these potential days, how long the bear market will last, when will be the bottom, so forth and so forth. I seen something that was quite interesting, but I'm going to test it out myself, and I'm going to share that on the next half moon. Okay, so the summer solstice, summer is here, but this is the longest day of the year, and then time gets shorter again. But anyway, I'll share it then, because you guys are a little bit busy, so this video won't be too long. Someone very close to me is getting married, so I'm like, I just need to get this video out, and so forth, so forth. But in my previous video, where were we? We were about here, I believe. No. Yeah, about here. I was like, could we get rejected? Could we fall into this parallel channel? Now, I was like, are we going to fall and either hit the top, play with the middle, or just kind of get into it? But we've done like the lowest part, and based off of the moon. So again, anyone who is new, let's just make this smaller. But anyone who is new, the moon phases, I'm not gassing. It's also on trading view. When it loads, there we go. So this one, it was a weak one. We had our bottom, but still in the phase, because we're ultimately in this downward trend, we went lower. We didn't get that support and then bounce off, which has happened many times. And what moon was it in? Yes, you see, because I even said in my last video, it's Scorpio and Ophiuchus. This is transmutation energy, it's death and rebirth. If you're deathing and rebirthing, things are going to go deep, and that's what happened. So very, very interesting. So the only question is now, you can probably see quite clearly where this new moon could potentially come in. So, something I want to take note of, just going a bit more tighter. We will remove the moons for now because it just looks like a disease at times when it's smaller. So let's remove the moons, and I just want you to focus on this parallel channel, because of course the market doesn't often move the same, but it often rhymes, as they say. So we came into it, just look at the potential parallels, okay? But we're moving much bigger here. We came into it, we played with it, we hit the top, and then came lower down, and then we played with the bottom of the parallel channel. You could see we were jumping up, touched it again, and then we just accelerated. Then we were above this parallel channel. When it comes to over here, could it be a similar thing, but price is moving much heavier now? And again, even going back to this crypto stock to flow model, it not reaching this highs, is Bitcoin, is a crypto market sophisticating? Which I feel again would be more positive things, it's not so sporadic, more better, more mature. So anyway, we've done this jump and we've gone back down. Could this just be like this zone? Would we play with the middle again, just like we've done here? Play with the middle and then drop down and then start playing with the bottom of the parallel channel. Now, I even said in my other video, like, this isn't happening anymore, so that could potentially be deleted. That can go. all these little boxes. But I said in my last video, many people are anticipating a 50k Bitcoin, which is, let's just add a line. Let's add a line. Many people are anticipating a 50k Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to go back to 50k, and to be honest, you can clearly tell it's a zone. It's like a psychological level. We have played with that zone quite a bit. Even here, we just, we jumped up, we wicked down to the 50k, literally just below it, and then continued on up. So what am I seeing? Because I do feel that I'm talking long term now. Say longer term, up until autumn, okay? Summer throughout autumn. I do feel this parallel channel is quite strong. However, I would not be surprised if we do test, even if it's a wick, the 50k zone, like another quick drop to test it. But in terms of the body of the candle, we're playing with this parallel zone. Now that's one option, or there's the potential of we don't even come back down to the 50k, which many people are anticipating, because this trend line is strong enough to hold it. So like right now, as I'm literally doing this video, you can literally see we're playing with the middle of the trend line, which is exactly what it done previously when we were at our other lows in, was it 2023 or whatever. So we're playing with this middle zone. Like I says, we are entering into our new moon phase right now, Gemini air. So will it I don't know, I'm seeing just a bit of indecisiveness, but might be a quicker movement up to it, because I'm going to go to the line view, just get a clearer view. So of course here is a bit more of a stronger zone where price has been playing with. So of course we've come down there and we've kind of broke below that structure. However, in terms of most of the points, we've got uno, kind of here, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seats. We've got 6 touches essentially of this zone. So when it comes to the new moon coming in, could we potentially be pulled up just to that zone and then come back down and play with here more until we potentially enter our new moon, our full moon again, our full moon, strawberry moon at the end of June, which could possibly bring us down to play with this zone. Now, when it comes to the market makers, why I mentioned, because of course the 50k is here. If they want to play, I feel a wick is most likely possible. Not say most likely possible, like if anything it would be a wick, but not so much a whole body like candle or multiple candles down at the 50. But the market makers, because it's a psychological zone, they may want to test it quickly, but they like to play with people's emotions, because many people are anticipating a 50k Bitcoin. So could this be strong enough to hold Bitcoin and it just climbs as this is the bottom? It just plays with it until it's ready to jump out. So I am going to hold on to that perspective until we close maybe a 2 or 3 day candle below this parallel channel. If we're to close a day to 3 days below it, and of course especially a W candle, then I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going to probably just play with this zone a bit more. But even if we do that, I just don't feel it would be long, and we'll jump right back up into this parallel channel. But point being, when we were speaking the other day, we were up here, it has done what I anticipated it doing, but a potential to this zone. As we've dropped a lot, could we try and come up back to this zone, as this is like the last support? yeah, that was its support. So could this become our new resistance? We'll leave this red line here until the next half moon and see what happens and how Bitcoin responds to it. But I will just be keeping it as, okay, we're in the parallel channel until we break and have a close below it. I won't really entertain the 50k idea, but we're going to keep an eye. Okay, we're going to keep an eye. Again, with the MACD on the daily, we're beginning to kind of turn, so it's like telling me we're slowing down in the selling pressure. We're turning colors as well. Again, like as we had a lot of selling pressure and we began to turn, we went green in the MACD. So I just don't. And how far is that from here? From here to the bottom of the parallel channel is 9%. And even if we were to hit 50k, it's 20%. Now, oh, Duolingo, please. It scares me. I want to just measure the amount from the top in terms of how much percent we went down. So we're looking like a 9 or 20%, which isn't really a lot for crypto at all. But from the top, how far have we come down to now? 48%. If we hit the bottom of the parallel channel, that's looking just over 50%. If we're to come to 50k, that's 59%, just below 60%. All are possible. And how far does Bitcoin usually? How far did it usually retrace? I can't wait to show you lot the other thing to be just like, just, it's basically not to worry. I feel the universe is supporting us right now, happily. We will put my charger in for a moment for this laptop. So I just want to measure the top of here to the bottom. 75%, 76. So my only question is, if we are potentially becoming a bit more sophisticated in how we move with Bitcoin, will we do like a 70% correction? Or will it be slightly smaller? Slightly smaller, basically being that 59. Basically being that 59, if we're to reach the 50k. And if not, even less. So I feel it all depends right now. I usually in my other video, I did look at all the trend lines and stuff, but I don't feel it's needed. I feel it's pretty clear, and a lot of them are kind of just showing, yeah, we're not finished this low. But it is pretty clear we have come below, like literally fell right through this recent support, like resistance zone, which was like a semi-support and resistance again. We've broken below it. So essentially, this is our new resistance. And then if not, it's back at this zone, which is just above the parallel channel. But we're moving a bit more sporadic than this. This was quite neat. This was quite neat, which is just making me think, could we just break higher than this and literally play more with the top of the parallel channel, which I mentioned at the beginning, as our high, as our resistance in this new moon? It is Gemini, so that's where I'm like, let me put this there, hold on, because we could do something similar. We could even try come slightly out of it just above and then come right back down as it did here, come right back down and play with the middle zone. But either way, long story short, it's not ready yet. Not ready. Yeah, and as you can see, just on this zone, we do have, sometimes it's just much cleaner with the line chart. We do have beautiful touch points. There's resistance, almost got it there. It did break through, a bit of wobbliness. Come back down, resistance, support, come down as support. So yes, when it comes to this new moon, for Bitcoin, I will just be paying attention to these two zones as potential resistance levels, and see how it goes from there. But I wouldn't be surprised playing with the top, coming down, playing with the middle, playing with the bottom of this parallel channel. I feel we're going to have some play inside of the parallel channel. And again, because we've come down so low, it's very oversold, sorry, on the daily. So that means there needs to be a bit of relief, and that relief might well bring us to the top of the parallel channel. Oh, confirmation burp. Jeez, someone got really angry, like, why are you burping? And I'm like, girl or boy, whatever. It's a confirmation burp. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with this one because of the burp. But yeah, that is what I am seeing when it comes to Bitcoin. Again, I'll put these on quickly, but it's probably, we're only going to look at the daily on this. Oh, when it comes to the luminary moving averages, these will cross soon. These will cross, meaning Uranus, which is this one, and Saturn, the darkest color, will be switched sides. So it's just confirming more of downward momentum, accumulation, basically. SMAs were underneath all of them. The 200 is above. And let's close this one because it gets a bit confusing with them all. And again, we're underneath them all. But the fact that we've got a gap, a space between these is telling me, again, we're heavily oversold. There needs to be a bit of relief while these kind of come back together, and then we could be, pushed down further, squashed down further. So that is what I am seeing with the bit of the seat of the coin. I don't feel there's any need to look at the smaller time frames. So with that being said, we are going to jump on to X of the Pizzy in the Hizzy, which again, like, I'm so sorry, like, I was so busy last cycle. I noticed the video weren't up, so I privatized it, but then I got so busy I didn't even re-upload the video. But you girls spoke about this, man. I did, man. So of course, similar to Bitcoin, there is that gap. It's a bit of relief, and that's why I put these red lines here in the last video. That's why I don't change them. But I was like, could we break below that? And we did, again, based off of our moon phases. But again, it was weak. Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Death, Transmutation. We just broke right below that. While these are on, we'll quickly just look at these. Again, it will be similar to bit of the Sea of the Coin. But as you can see, we're just fully underneath it. But again, there is more of a gap. So just like here, like, I'll just show you examples, but just like here, bigger gap between it, like that gap starting, so we could get this sidewards momentum. That's basically what I'm saying, where price is just underneath this level. And as you can see, this is our clear support resistance level, forgive me. So potentially we could be coming back up to this zone before entertaining more lows. The luminary moving averages, again, similarly to Bitcoin, Uranus at the bottom, Saturn's there, they're getting ready to cross. So it's just telling me we're getting ready for a good accumulation phase right now. And let's get rid of these, and I'll just show you these. Oh, I've shown you both of them already, didn't I? Underneath it. Yes. So let's just put on, I've shown you the moons. Let's just go back to this. Now, again, I mentioned in my other video, XRP does have a parallel channel like Bitcoin. So my only question is, will we come back and touch it? But this is bringing us below the dollar. Yes, please. I'll be grateful, to be completely honest. I ain't even mad. I'll be great. Go below the dollar, yes. But could the dollar be a nice psychological level? The dollar's here. And I don't know. It all depends on how Bitcoin, of course, entertains them lows of it. It all depends, because if Bitcoin obviously wants to retest the 50 K zone, we could well go slightly below the dollar, touching this parallel channel. Let me show you, for those if you are new, why this parallel channel is here. So loads of white lines. I feel some of these can definitely go now. I'm keeping this red line because it's showing me something, but this parallel channel, oh, this isn't even the right chart, but you can see XRP was trading in here for a very long time. It jumped up above it, but it was trading in here for a long time. This, is it the right chart? Is it when? No, 2021. We were in it again. Obviously, this was the SEC nonsense, so that was just crazy. But on its inception, no, that's as early. It's the other chart. Literally before this, XRP was also within this parallel channel. So that's why it's something I'm keeping there. Maybe in my other video, I can have it like prepared, because I'll be like, which chart is it again? And time is running. But this is why I am keeping that parallel channel there, because will we entertain this, which would literally bring us to the 777 jackpot. Like, listen, if it is to screenshot this, if it is to touch the parallel channel, it's just telling you jackpot, jackpot, jackpot. And how the market makers like to just confuse people. People are scared. What's happening, this, that. I'd be grateful, G. I would be absolutely hacking grateful, I'm not going to lie. But of course, the $1 is the psychological zone. But could it be similar to Bitcoin? Just go above the $1, but it's just here. We were so close to it. Would it be like Bitcoin? Because we've wicked down to here, so could we literally just test that and done? Or are we going to test these if it wants to be dramatic? So, yeah, we're going to put on some lines that here could potentially be. Resistance level could be here, but if we're knocked back down again, we could literally test these zones. And I don't know, like if Bitcoin is to wick to 50, this could just wick here, quick wick, quick liquidation, then it jumps back up and it hovers on the $1 and it starts building there. That could be a possibility. Or it wants to do what it does like Bitcoin and accumulate here. But you know what, even if it was to do that, I don't need these here now, just getting a bit messy. Even if it was to do that, and if we're to accumulate on this level within this parallel channel on the larger scale, we are literally still creating, we would still create a higher high, like if it was to do that. So on a larger scale, so this is looking long term at it, we'll be creating a higher high than this point. And again, if we're to do that, that just shows we've entered into this beginning of accumulation phase before it wants to just skyrocket out again. Oh, delete that. So that's what I'm seeing for the X of the P of the Hizzy. Like I said, there's no point looking at smaller time frames. You can kind of clearly see we're either going to create a higher high here, or we will entertain these levels. And I'd rather, like, look at that, if it's to come to that 60 odd 2 cents. Jeez, yes man, bring it come. Bring it come. So yeah, I'm happy, and I hope you are happy too. If this made sense, do give your girl a like, support the channel. I know I've been inconsistent, but your girl's gonna be consistent in the most boring and scariest times of crypto. But it's not scary, it's fun, because your girl is here. I'm learning to trust myself more. I've got a lot more coming out. We will analyze something very interesting that's happened in Bitcoin. So especially if market's just moving slow, we'll have time to look at that. And yeah, I want to share a bit about what I've been through. But yeah, with that being said, do let me know your thoughts on all of this, and I shall see you on the summer solstice. Angel out. Bye.